Explore scenic trails, relax on a sandy beach, or fish in a private lake stocked with bass, bluegill, and more. Stay in lakeside A-frames, forest cabins, a retro Airstream, or roll in with your RV with full hookups and a dump station ready. Just minutes from Cambridge and a quick drive from Columbus, Pittsburgh, or Cleveland. Glamp Life is your next unforgettable escape. Book today at glamplife.com.
At TechnoCap, we're not just making closures, we're shaping the future of sustainable packaging. From beverage and beauty to pharmaceuticals and household goods, our metal closures are trusted by leading brands around the world. With a global reach and a local presence right here in Glendale, West Virginia, TechnoCap combines innovation, precision, and environmental responsibility. Discover the power of performance-driven packaging. Visit technocapclosures.com, where great products begin at the top.
If your business needs an ATM, call the ATM man, Stan Stasinski, a former Post 1 player and proud supporter of Wheeling American Legion Post 1 baseball. Need it fast? The ATM man offers same-day ATM placement. Are your credit card processing fees too high? Call the ATM man today at 304-215-3165. Locally owned but local service. Whether you need credit card processing or ATM placement, call the ATM man at 304-215-3165. That's 304-215-3165.
Back here at Patriot Field for the top of the third between Post 159 and Wheeling Post 1, leading off for Post 159, the center fielder, number 9, Dylan Blonde. Blonde had a sac bunt back of the first. Moved Nico Jacob down to second base. Rylan Robb working on his third inning as Blonde drives the first pitch. The center field, Billick going back and right in front of the track will make the catch. That ball carried a little farther than I thought it was gonna. A one pitch, one out for Robb. We'll bring up the pitcher, number 19, Brody Saunders. Ball is traveling here all summer. More than I remember when I played. Maybe it was just because I didn't have any power, but Paul, my theory is that when those pine trees got cut down beyond the third base dugout, the wind's really picked up through here. Now become a wind tunnel.
Yeah, the air is definitely different here in the spring, and difference between the spring and the summer. The ball definitely flies much farther in the summer than it did here in the spring for the Wheeling Park games.
As Robb missed with a curveball, 1-1 on Saunders. And Robb from the wind. Curveball bounced to second base. High chopper. Cover's got to wait on it. Fields in, throws. Nice play from Seth Cover. Be the second out of the inning, so two quick ones for Rylan Robb.
College coach wouldn't have liked the way Saunders sauntered down to first base. Didn't bust his hump to get down to first, so.
Yeah, it was a high chopper there. And
never know on his turf.
Going quick, but it'll bring up the catcher, number 31, Eli Smith. Smith had a ringing double off the center field wall back in the first to give Post 159 a 1-0 lead, and Robb misses with the first one, 1-0.
We'll tune into that interview I had with Coach McClevich at the end of completion of this half inning.
That fastball from Robb in there. Strike one, 1-1. On the catcher, Smith.
I think we're having problems with our computer. Might be a time with Prime Days to get a computer, guys.
Yeah, and just you're tuned in on the stream. Paul J. Well, we're still on the radio as the umpire says Smith went 1-2 on the catcher, Eli Smith.
Robb delivers.
Swung on and missed.
1,
a
2,
form
3.
energy strikeout for Rylan Robb. gets post one back into the dugout. They lead 5-1, and we're going to head to that interview with Coach McKevich. Here we go.
Yep. Here with Coach Mike McClevich, head man for St. Clairsville Post 159. Coach, heading into the tournament, not a whole lot of games under your belt, but you're going to make those up starting tonight and then a double on Saturday. You got some other games to fill in to try to get tuned up for next Thursday?
Yeah, we had 3 early ones canceled, and then we had 3 this week. They got canceled because people coming out of the Beast didn't have arms, I guess. So we got 12 in. We got about, I think, 4 or 5 left before the tournament. So we'll get enough to get polished up.
Yeah, talk about the 6-6. Talk about the progress of the team through the summer.
The 3 of the losses came down south. I mean, we went down south and played, 3 really good teams. We came back up and started playing some good baseball. But we're ready to go. It's the end of the season. Let's get polished up, ready to go into the tourney play.
Throwing Brody Saunders tonight. How far do you expect him to go?
He's likely to go pretty deep into the game. He usually does. He's a great kid, an Ashland commit. That's the kind of guy you want to send out on the mound. And anytime that he's there on the bump, he gives us a chance to win. We just got to put some runs up behind him. So that's the goal.
I see Peyton Blue over there in flip-flops, so obviously I see a big scar on his ankle. Talk about his loss.
Yeah, I mean, the kid hits 550 in high school and for us for 3-4 years straight. I mean, that's a big bat not to have on this lineup, but he had to have something done to his ankle and he wanted to do it. So when fall ball starts up, when he goes to school, he's ready to go, and that's the biggest thing. All these kids, we want them to go on and play at the next level. So I'm glad to see that he's going to be able to do that.
Talk a little bit about what you expect tonight. You're facing a quality club in Wheeling Post 1. What do you expect?
Hey, we've been doing this a long time. If I remember right, about 14 years ago, it was you and me going back and forth. So, I mean, this is always a fun one. I mean, it's just cool geographically. You got a river right down the middle of us, and, it's just 2 quality programs that really love the game of baseball, 2 staffs that love them, that, volunteer their time to give kids the best atmosphere they can to play. I mean, Legion Baseball is special. That's why we're still involved in it. That's why you're still standing here covering it. So it's a fun atmosphere.
Absolutely. There weren't many teams when we were coaching that kicked our butt a few times, but Post 159 took care of us a few times. You have a quality program. You run a great organization, and good luck tonight and the rest of the season heading into tournament play.
Thanks, Coach Dell. Good to see you.
Yes, sir. That's Coach Mike McClevich, manager of Post.
That was Coach Mike McClevich. As he said, two of the better programs in American Legion baseball throughout the Ohio Valley have been going at it for years and years. Like Coach said, we had some battles with them, and not often did we get whacked, but, man, they put it to us a few times as Billings grounds out to second for the first out of the inning. We'll bring up the first baseman, number 13, Rocco Dijon Domenico.
Want to send a shout-out in case he would happen to be listening. Howard Monroe, one of our teammates at the Watchdog, had an accident at home, slipped and fell, got dizzy, bumped his head, so he is in the hospital. So hopefully he said he may have a chance to get out of the hospital tomorrow. Hope he'll be back on board for the Howard Monroe show in the morning. Probably not tomorrow, but hopefully, if not at the end of this week, early next week. Howard, we're thinking of you, and get better. His buddy Bob Slider, I'm sure he's thinking of him too. So,
as Rocco takes an 0-2 pitch and lines it right back up the middle. Beautiful piece of hitting for Rocco Dijon Domenico. His first hit of the game. We'll bring up third baseman number 6, Hank Anderson. Hank's walked in this one. And yesterday I was up in Wellsburg at Brook High for Post 34 and Post 1 as Henry swings through a first pitch slider. Post 1 was down 7-2 the second inning and ended up winning 14-7. Henry had a good day as he flares one out to right field. That's one going to fall in. Rocco heads to second, and Hank in there at first on a little flare single off the hands into right field. We'll bring up the catcher, Number 2, Jack Selman, who had a 3-run bomb back in the first. So back-to-back singles. Puts 2-1 again for Selman.
Think he can do it again?
Well, he did it on an 0-2 pitch.
And Nick and I were just commenting on Brody Saunders. 2-strike pitches haven't been very effective so far. That last pitch to Dijon was right down the middle.
Second pitch, check swing from Selman. We'll see if he
Surprised they're not
went
checking
around.
that.
Nobody, catcher doesn't want to see. Pitcher didn't want to take a look. So 1-1 on Jack.
Forgot the umpire.
Saunders delivers. Slider swung on and missed. 1-2.
I don't think
Jack Selman.
Selman's not going to see a fastball here. If it is, it's going to be out of the strike zone.
Saunders kicks, fires, curveball missed outside off the mitt. The catcher Smith will go to the backstop. Allows Dijon, Domenico, and Anderson to move up a base. So another RBI chance here for Jack Selman. 2-2 on the big catcher from Wheeling University. Saunders fires, fouled back. Dugout getting into it now. Post 1 dugout. They know how good Saunders is, and they could beat him, get some momentum going into the area.
Surprised.
That slider just missed outside. 3-2 on Selman.
Saunders did not like that call.
Man, that was very close.
Post 159's middle infield deep. I'm surprised they're not up down 4 runs. Third inning.
And even the corners are back a few steps behind the bag. Saunders, the 3-2. Another one
ball's
driven to
driven.
center
That might
field.
be gone.
That one's going back, and
Oh, my
one's
goodness.
gone. Jack Selman's second 3-run homer of the day.
Wow.
Gives Post 1 an 8-1 lead. Jack Selman, are you kidding me?
I said, you think he can do it again? That ball was smoked.
That might have been farther than the first one.
That was unbelievable.
Crushed out to right center field, and Jack Selman, 6 RBIs in his first 2 at-bats.
Wow. My goodness gracious, I can't believe it.
Jack Selman, a 2-homer game, and it is the 3rd inning.
Boy, Coach Lewicki, Wheeling University head coach, would love to see that. My goodness, that ball was crushed to right center.
Yeah, off the bat, that thing was gone the second he made contact with it. We'll bring up the left fielder, number 21, Brady Ernest. He takes a fastball up, so that kind of was just power against power there. Brody Saunders tried to blow a fastball back by him, and Selman was all over it.
Boy, Saunders.
Fastball missed down.
Saunders a little out of sync out there right now, getting hit around a little bit and not getting a call. And this is where you got to be as a bulldog. You got to get back up there and shake it off and grind it.
Fastball swung on and missed by Brady Ernest. 1-2 on Brady. Fouls a curveball off. Brady had 2 balls yesterday where he just stung, but right at the left fielder and the center fielder. He's been unlucky a couple times throughout the weekend as he bounces one through the left side. Brady Ernest on a 2-strike pitch, and the 2-strike approaches from Post 1 working.
Wow, Brody
Brings
Saunders.
The DH, number 26, Jake Brown. Kind of an interesting developing play there. It looked like Mueller had a chance at that, but just kind of dove late or something. That was kind of weird. I think he might have thought that was going to bounce a little higher than it did, but it stayed down as Brown takes a fastball up and in, misses for ball 1.
Boy, I was way off on this. I did not think they'd pound Brody Saunders like this. Not at all.
Brown takes a fastball at the top of the zone for strike 1, 1-1.
Brown doubled last time up.
Looks like Caleb Stang is out warming up in the bullpen.
Yeah, they'll probably save Saunders now since the game's sort of out of hand.
Well, still early, though.
It's still early, yes.
Never know.
It is. But post one was right where they wanted to be, down 1-0 early.
As Brown drives one to left center field,
Jake
that
Brown,
one's going
that
back.
ball was
And
way
that's
back.
still
That is
going
gone off the top of the fence.
the wall. Jake Brown into second. Big Brady Ernest getting the wheel. He will score standing
Wow.
up. 9-1 post one. Jake Brown's second double of the game. And post one pouring it on in the bottom of the third. Like we said, Jake Brown, probably the most underrated player in this post one lineup.
Jeez, oh, Pete.
My goodness. Again, another 2-strike hit for post one. It's incredible.
I know they hit it, and we've been hitting it.
And that might be it for Brody Saunders. Absolutely incredible display of offense for post one. Well, and that will be it for Brody Saunders.
Might be the shortest outing of his high school and Legion career.
Jake Brown, after a double off the left center field wall, just missed a homer by about probably 3 or maybe 2 feet. Ends the day for Saunders. It's going to be, who did Jubb say? Stang, I believe.
Yes.
Caleb Stang. Going to come in from the pen. Believe he. Yes, that's right. Number 13, the lefty, I think Stang is. But either way, that will be a pitching change. I'll tell you about Technocap Closures, a global leader in metal packaging with a proud presence right here in the Ohio Valley. From food and beverage to cosmetics and pharmaceuticals, Technocap manufactures high-quality closures and packaging solutions trusted by major brands around the world. With innovation, sustainability, and local jobs at the forefront, Technocap is helping shape the future of manufacturing. Learn more at technocapclosures.com. Those all of our sponsors: Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, Bernie Glenn Insurance, ATM Man Stan Staszewski, Wakeham's Bar, Schmidt Brothers Sunoco, S&D Painting, Glamp Life, T&Y Payroll Pros, Tenant Law Office, Mail America, who brought you your starting lineups, Belmont Savings Bank, and Form Energy and Muxie Distributing, your strikeout sponsors. This season, Post 1 has taken a 9-1 lead over Post 159. This offense just continues and continues to hit the baseball. It's amazing what they're doing this summer.
Final stats on Brody Saunders. 2 1/3 innings, 4 Form Energy strikeouts, 1 walk. Didn't hit anybody. Gave up 4 out of the 9 earned runs. Only 4 of those were earned. All 4 in this inning are earned. The 5 in the first inning were all earned after a 2-out error. Cost Post 159 5 runs. But the big story of the day, obviously, is Jack Selman. 2 3-run homers, 2 3-run no-doubters. 1 over the left field fence and 1 crushed over the right center field fence. So 6 RBIs for Selman, college player, showing up today as he catches at Wheeling University. And, man, Coach Lewicki would love to see that out of his catcher to be in the fall, and then hopefully in the spring Selman will get some PT, but not before hopefully he helps guide his Post 1 team to another state title, trying to go back-to-back.
Yeah, that is speaking of the state tournament, that's a good sign that they are able to hit Saunders, a very good pitcher like him, as hard as they have today. A good sign going as we head towards the area tournament next week.
Caleb Stang, 6 foot, 175-pound lefty, graduated from Buckeye Local High School. Don't think he's going anywhere to play baseball, but had a good career at Buckeye Local. See if he could slow this barrage down, and I apologize to Post 1 for doubting their ability
Don't
to
doubt this offense.
score runs on Brody Saunders, because they have put him up with 7 hits and 9 runs.
Yeah, well, Jake Brown, though. Jake Brown has just been so good. As Billick in a square, pull back. Believe it was a ball. I
think so.
Yeah, 1-0 on Billick.
Still 1 out here. Bottom of the third, 9-1, Post 1 leading.
One down here in the bottom of the third. Billick takes another ball down 2-0.
Jake Brown out there at second.
As pitch in there for strike one. Billick squared again. Caleb Stang, the lefty, on for St. C. He kicks, fires, swung on and missed by Billick. As Saunders moved out to short, even in the shortstop. As Billick fouls one away. So Saunders is now at short.
Jacob moved over to third. I don't know. Is Hunter Mueller?
I think that's
Nico Jacob at third.
Bauer still at second. It's always tough for us to get all these switches because they don't usually tell us. We just kind of got to figure out as Billick grounds one up the middle. Saunders throws it away, and that'll allow Brown to come and score.
My goodness, Saunders made a nice play on that.
And just threw it way wide of first. It's another mistake by this post 159 defense.
Wow. My goodness gracious.
Bring up the second baseman, number 22, Seth Cover. Like you said, I did not expect this tonight.
That'll close the books on Saunders. We'll have to see if that run is going to be unearned or not as the inning plays out. So, but Billick now on first.
Stang misses low with a fastball. 1-0 on Cover.
Believe it or not, post one and possibility of mercy run ruling the team again. My goodness gracious.
Stang. Fastball fouled away from Cover. Not often are Cover and Murray hitless through the first two innings.
And have 10 runs on the board.
And I'm going to say that that is not going to last long.
I agree.
Stang. Off-speed pitch upstairs, 2-1. Just goes to show you that 1 through 9 this team can hit.
Yes, it can.
You know what I was thinking about when we were on break was the all-time record between these two teams. As that pitch missed outside, 3-1 on Cover. I would like to know that, the all-time record between post 159 and post 1. I'm sure you could go back and...
Don Tennant might know.
He might.
Yes,
How about 7, 8, 9 guys in the lineup? 2 doubles, 2 home runs, a single, 7 RBIs. 7, 8, 9 guys.
Pretty darn good. As that pitch misses down low, ball 4 to Cover.
So the 9th man to bat in the inning comes to bat in the form of Jackson Murray, and he's about due to join the long ball parade here.
Yeah, or the double off the wall parade.
Yeah.
We've seen a million times.
Outside of the beast, what is the ruling on mercy rule? What is
Just
that?
10 after 5.
10 after 5 innings, not 4.
Right.
Like we saw in the beast.
I think we ought to incorporate that beast rule.
Ooh, is that
And strike one.
pitch in there for strike one to Murray?
I think we ought to incorporate the beast rule in regular season.
2 hour time limit too.
Yeah, this game would be close to being over.
As off-speed pitch swung on a miss by Murray. Murray wasn't here yesterday up in Wellsburg. I'm not sure if he was on a trip or something. Didn't play yesterday. Jake Brown played short. As we said, did a great job out there filling in where he's needed. As he takes off for third, and Murray swings through that one. Excuse me, that was Billick who just stole third, but Murray, a Form Energy strikeout. We'll bring up the right fielder. Number 1, Zade Billings.
Jackson Murray, 0 for 3 on the day.
It's not often we've said that. So first and third for post 1. They lead 10-1. Bottom of the third inning.
Funny thing about this, Billings started out this inning with a routine ground ball to second.
Yeah, it was about a 4-hopper out to second. As Stang, the lefty, delivers. Fastball up and away, 1-1 on the right fielder, Billings. Stang sets, Fires. Billings drives one to left fielder. Left fielder going back, and that is going to be over his head off the wall. 2 runs will score. Zade Billings into second with a double. Post 1 takes a 12-1 lead.
Unbelievable, unbelievable, unbelievable.
I don't think I've ever seen a team hit like this. I swear I've never seen a team able to just drive the baseball and come through with runners in scoring position every time. It's amazing what they're doing. Bring up the first baseman, Rocco DiGiandomenico, who singled on an 0-2 pitch.
If this was the beast,
earlier in the year,
I believe that this runner on second would be the winning run.
He would be if we were in the beast.
Fastball outside. Ball 1 to Rocco.
I stand corrected, as I've mentioned several times, that I did not think that post 1.
Oh, geez, and Billings going to be picked off a second, going to try to get to third, and he is safe. They're going to call him safe, but then he came off the bag. Billings made a great effort to get around the tag and then came off of the base. It was a heck of a slide, but he will be out at third, but that will end the inning finally for Post 159. Post 1 puts 7 on the board. They take a 12-1 lead.
6
heading
hits in
to the
inning.
top of the 4th. We'll be back here in a moment.
For over 140 years, Belmont Savings Bank has been more than just a bank. We've been your neighbor, your supporter, and ingrained in your community. From cheering at Little League games to supporting our local schools and businesses, we've been here, growing together. And it's all because of you. Your trust, your dreams, your everyday moments help keep Belmont Savings Bank moving forward. So let's keep writing this story together. And when it's time to start your next chapter, Belmont Savings Bank will be here to lend a hand. Belmont Savings Bank. How may we help you today?
Looking for a smarter way to manage your business finances? James Taylor, CPA in Wheeling, West Virginia, is your go-to pro for hassle-free bookkeeping, payroll, tax prep, and more. Powered by secure cloud-based software. Accessible, efficient, personalized. With 15-plus years of experience, James brings peace of mind to your numbers so you can focus on what matters most, growing your business. Call 304-905-8372 or visit jamestaylorcpa.com. Accounting made simple, the way it should be.
Back here at Patriot Field on the campus of Wheeling Park High School. Beautiful night for baseball.
Beautiful night for Jack Selman.
Yeah, that's right. A beautiful night for this Post 1 offense. Usually is a beautiful night for them. 12-1. They lead Post 159. Got to Brody Saunders, the big righty, headed to Ashland. There's Rylan Robb out on the bump for his 4th inning of work. First pitch swung on and missed to the leadoff man in the inning, now, Billy Schumacher, the left fielder.
My thing with Rylan is he needs to just pedal to the metal, throw strikes, throw the contact, no extra bases.
He misses up with a fastball.
Because we've seen many a time where Post 1 gets in these circumstances and doesn't quite keep the pedal on the metal. Lets up a little bit. And I talked to Coach Castello.
That one's driven to right field by Shoemaker.
That may be
Billings going back, and that one will be gone. An opposite field homer for Billy Schumacher. Gets a run back for Post 159, makes it 12-2. Ball was hit. And Billy Schumacher, not the biggest guy, but that ball was hit. Straight to right field, some opposite field power for the lefty. So the 3rd homer we've seen here of the night. Now, we continue to say the ball flies here. I don't know what it is, but it is flying out of this yard this summer. We'll bring up the second baseman, number 5, Cole Bowers. He flew out to right his first time up. That one's fouled down the right field line.
That's actually not Cole Bowers. That is Rowan Malott.
Yeah, again, we apologize.
Oh, yes, that is Rowan Malott. Sorry.
It's just so different than high school baseball where the umpires and coaches let you know all the changes. We don't ever get a change up here in the press box, ever.
Rowan Malott. Okay.
So he comes in at the top of the 4th inning to hit for Cole Bowers.
Okay. Got it straight there. Apologies for that. 1-1 on Rowan.
Good catch job. Always on top of things.
Ryland Robb. Curveball in there. Strike 2. 1-2 on Rowan Malott. Ryland Robb. Kicks from the wind. Curveball swung on and missed. A Form Energy strikeout for Ryland Robb. With the first out of the inning, bring up the first baseman, number 55, Evan White.
Robb's third strikeout, the third Form Energy strikeout. White flew out to left field on that excuse me swing in the second inning.
So what I think Evan White's got some power, if I had to guess. Big, stout lefty is Robb. First pitch fastball in there, strike 1. I was saying yesterday on the broadcast, I got to try one of the Form Energies, the Orange Fury on the drive up to Wellsburg. Really was a good flavor. I think I like that one a little bit better than the Screaming Freedom one. I haven't tried the Blue Blitz yet, but the orange was really good. 1-1 on Evan White.
Big lefty, 2024 graduate of Union Local, 5'10", 200-pounder.
Fastball just missed inside. 2-1. Ryland wanted that one.
Ryland just got to stay away from walks here. Pitch to contact. You're up 10 runs.
Well, he pitched the contact to Billy Schumacher, and that one was hit hard as that pitch in there. Strike 2 to White, 2-2. Nice crowd on hand tonight at Patriot Field. Is that a strike 3 looking? I was waiting to see what the call was. I actually didn't see. I thought Evan White was taking a walk. I was like, man, that's only ball 3, but it was actually strike 3. So another Form Energy strikeout.
Good job by Ryland Robb.
For Ryland Robb.
Nice pitch on the inside corner. Caught White guessing.
Bring up the third baseman. No, excuse me, that'll be the pitcher. Caleb Stang. And now for Hunter Mueller.
So I think that's...
As Stang lines one right to the second baseman, Cover. He'll make the catch. And that'll end the inning. Heading to the bottom of the fourth. Post 159 gets a run back, but score 12-1.
12-2.
12-2, excuse me.
Need to unplug, recharge, and reconnect with what matters? Then it's time to experience Glamp Life, a luxury outdoor retreat just south of Salt Fork State Park. Nestled in the rolling hills of Ohio, Glamp Life is where modern comfort meets natural beauty. Stay in a handcrafted A-frame cabin overlooking a private lake, cozy up in a vintage Airstream, or bring your own RV. We've got full hookups and a dump station ready for you. Only 15 minutes from Cambridge and just a short drive from Columbus, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and West Virginia. Your escape is closer than you think. Spend your days hiking scenic trails, lounging on a sandy beach, or casting a line in peaceful catch-and-release waters filled with bass, catfish, bluegill, and more. Whether you're planning a team-building retreat, a family adventure, or a quiet weekend away, Glamp Life helps you experience the outdoors without sacrificing comfort. Book your getaway now at glamplife.com, where nature meets luxury and peace of mind is just a click away.
Wheeling's favorite neighborhood hangout is still the place to be. Wakeham's Bar is under new ownership, but it's still the same great spot locals have loved for years. Famous for their world-renowned hot dogs and cold craft brews, Wakeham's is the perfect place to unwind, catch the game, or kick back to live music with friends. Come see what's new right in the heart of Wheeling at 2181 National Road. Same soul, new energy, only at Wakeham's Bar.
Back here at Patriot Field as Post 1 leads Post 159, 12-2. Heading to the bottom of the fourth, leading off for Post 1 will be the first one, number 13, Rocco Dijon Domenico. Dijon got that inning started last inning on an 0-2 single right back up the middle on a fastball from Saunders. And amazingly, let's just hypothetically, Rocco gets on, Henry gets on, Selman would be up with 2 guys on again.
We've seen it. We've seen one other guy hit 3 home runs here. Was he from Shelby or?
I wasn't here for that. I was not here for that game as
I think it was
Stang
Shelby.
misses with a fastball as Dijon lost one down the right field line, and foul ball went out of my sight. I couldn't see it, but that one twisted foul. 1-1 on Rocco. Rocco also reached on that error back in the first inning by the second baseman that kept that inning alive. Stang on for his second inning of work. The lefty who came in last inning for Saunders. He delivers and lined right back at him on a one hop, gloved by Stang. Flips over to first for the first out of the inning. Nice play there by Stang. Ball kind of caught him.
Shoot.
Rocco hit that one hard. So Selman won't get a shot at another 3-run homer. That'll bring up the third baseman, number 6, Henry Anderson. He'll have to maybe settle for a 2-run homer or a solo homer this time. So Hank singled also last inning.
This part of
swing through the first pitch.
This
0-1.
This part of the lineup, as I said before, 7, 8, 9. A single, 2 doubles. No, 2 singles, 2 doubles, a home run, 7 RBIs between those 3 guys.
Hank takes another fastball in there for strike 2. 0-2 on the third baseman. Hank played a good third so far this game. Next pitch down low. Ball 1. Seen Hank pitch, DH, play third, maybe a little bit of first as well this year. Stang outside with looks like maybe a slider. Missed it. 2-2 on Hank Anderson. And if Post 1 would go to the top of the inning and hold St. C scoreless, that would wrap things up. As that fastball misses outside. 3-2 to Bing Henry.
Maybe someone to get a shot at a 2-run dinger.
And that will not give him the opportunity as that one in there at the knees. Another Form Energy strikeout.
He's got to hit a solo this time.
We'll bring up who we're talking about. The catcher, number 2, Jack Selman, with 2 3-run homers. No doubters. And this game, with 2 outs, nobody on, Selman takes a fastball down low for strike 1.
We'll try to get Jack Selman up here in the press box after the game to talk about those home runs. Maybe his 3rd home run coming up.
Bounced in there for ball 1. 1-1 to the catcher, Selman. You got to think in the back of probably everybody's minds right now. See if he can get a 3rd one. Stang delivers, and that one hit hard to short, picked nicely by Saunders. Throw over to first in time to get Selman. So Selman got to settle for just 2 homers today. And we'll head to the top of the 5th. Post 1 leads 12-2.
For a place to grow your career, Mail America is expanding, and we want you on our team. We're a nationally trusted name in direct mail marketing, serving over 8,000 customers coast to coast. If you're hardworking, dependable, and ready to join a company on the rise, we want to hear from you. Send your resume today to MikeW@MailAmerica.com and take the first step toward a rewarding future with Mail America. Mail America, trusted, growing, hiring.
We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you. We've got it down to a science, an absolute state of art. We do it all, restoration, cleaning, and reconstruction. When disaster strikes, just pick up the phone. We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you.
Craving the great outdoors without giving up the comforts of home? Come camp with style at Glamp Life, your luxury retreat just south of Salt Fork State Park. Explore scenic trails, relax on a sandy beach, or fish in a private lake stocked with bass, bluegill, and more. Stay in lakeside A-frames, forest cabins, a retro Airstream, or roll in with your RV. with full hookups and a dump station ready. Just minutes from Cambridge and a quick drive from Columbus, Pittsburgh, or Cleveland. Glamp Life is your next unforgettable escape. Book today at glamplife.com.
Wheeling's favorite neighborhood hangout is still the place to be. Wakeham's Bar is under new ownership, but it's still the same great spot locals have loved for years. Famous for their world-renowned hot dogs and cold craft brews, Wakeham's is the perfect place to unwind, catch the game, or kick back to live music with friends. Come see what's new right in the heart of Wheeling at 2181 National Road. Same soul, new energy, only at Wakeham's Bar.
Back here at Patriot Field, as Wheeling Post 1 leads St. C. Post 159 12-2. Heading to the top of the fifth. Leading off for Post 159 will be the right fielder, number 23, Max Miller. He takes a first pitch curveball, strike one.
Boy, everybody on the Post 1 side would love to see a 1-2-3 inning and end this thing quickly.
Save some arms heading into Friday as they play St. C again over in St. C.
We'll have it right here on the radio side only. I don't know if Jared will be on the call with me, but I'll definitely be there. He's had a busy week.
0-2 on Miller. Ryland on the wind, swung on and missed. A Forum Energy strikeout, a 3-pitch strikeout. Be the first out of the inning for Ryland.
Ryland's fourth strikeout of the game.
Now I have on this stream, I have a banner. I have 2 Forum Energy banners for strikeouts, and normally we get back-to-back, and then if we get one to strike out the side, we'll finish it out with I have a third little icon. I have yet to see somebody continue a strikeout streak. Obviously, we're not going to see it, but I want to see at some point this year somebody hit like a 4 or 5 strikeouts in a row, which we have not seen.
Well, let's just hope Ryan gets 2 outs in a row. I don't care how he gets them.
1 out here. The top of the fifth will bring up the shortstop, number 0, Nico Jacob.
He's actually playing third base now.
Oh, yes, the third baseman now. It'll be 2-0 to Jacob.
We need Ryland just to throw to contact, get us a ground ball, fly ball. Attaboy.
That one's grounded to short.
And
Murray picks it.
Come on.
Nice strong throw to first.
Attaboy.
Be the second out of the inning. Bring up the center fielder, number 9, Dylan Blonde.
We are 1 out away, folks, from this game being over. I don't want to jinx us, but if Ryland Robb throws strikes here, I hopefully get another ground ball. Where do you want this ball to be? I'm saying ground ball right to Cover.
Yeah, Cover. I love where Cover's playing right now. Way deep into the grass. Give himself a ton of room as that first pitch missed way up and out. Looks like Ryland may have slipped.
Cover's just a smart player. He's just a headsy player. Seems like he's always one step ahead of everybody else. He just thinking ahead, always knowing.
Very quiet, too. He's a very quiet kid. Reminds me of Jared. Reminds me of our old buddy and teammate Jacob Shia.
Yeah, it's a good comparison.
He's been that way since he was in 6th grade.
As Rob from the wine. Kick,
Oh,
and that
I
one's
think-
popped up.
Is it
See
gonna
if it
stay
stays
in?
in play. Rocco looking for it and going to go out of play. 1-1 on Dylan Blonde. Back in the first inning, he had a sack bunt to move Nico Jacob down to second. At that point, he thought, man, this is going to be a low-scoring, chippy,
Man.
grinded-out game. But after that, just
We're going to try to
completely took a 180.
We're going to try to get Jack Selman up here along with Ryland Robb if we could get this last
Now,
out.
if you can get this last out, we got to see if we have a Form lane. I think I have a Form Energy in that bag. Ryland said that he wanted one over the weekend, and we never got to give him one.
You think
so
you have one for him?
I think there's one in that bag. I'm pretty sure, but it's going to be warm. But
Well, he can take it home, get it cold.
yeah, we'll give one. We need to give one to Jack too, but I don't know if we have one. As that pitch misses up, 2-1.
We're going to have to restock our refrigerator. Donated by Wheeling Post 1, Don Tennant. Nice refrigerator up here.
2-1 to Dylan Blonde. Ryland Robb trying to close this out. Fouled off to the left side. 2-2 now.
Post 159 down to their last strike. Shockingly, I never dreamed an hour and a half ago that I would be saying that in the fifth inning. In the fifth inning.
Giving us
Sometimes I forget that I'm on
maybe
mic.
a victory
I
burp.
apologize.
Excuse us, folks.
I apologize.
Rylan Robb delivers curveball outside.
Excuse us on that one.
3-2.
I forget that I'm on mic sometimes.
Nick Nardoni down here cracking up, almost falling out of
It
his
is
chair.
Great. It is. It kind of sums up how this day is gone. As Rylan Robb 3-2 on Dylan Blonde, curveball upstairs, missed it.
And there's the ever dangerous Brody Saunders.
Yes, is the 3-hitter. Number 19, Brody Saunders coming up. Blonde draws a walk. And you know how things end up here.
You just have this gut
You
feeling.
just know. But here we go. Rylan going to work out of things. I have faith in him. Here we go. Runner on first, 2 down. Post 1 leads 12-2. Top of the 5th. Rylan Robb.
Oh, good
Brody
pitch.
Saunders fouled off. Strike 1.
Post 1 has this innate ability to let teams extend games. They've done it several times while we've been up here in the press box. They have a lot of things that they do throughout the season. They get behind early. They have big innings. They hit a lot of balls off the fence. And they give up late runs to extend a mercy rule game. So we are hoping that Rylan Robb can shut this thing down. Is Jarrett now
if you heard me
sneezes?
sneeze.
We got guys burping,
Excuse me.
guys sneezing. Robb with the
Rylan
1-1.
Kicks, misses low with a curveball. Blocked up by Selman nicely. Got to keep that run from getting into second. Try to save some pitching for post 1.
Try to get Saunders to bite again on that curveball. Get us out of the sun. The sun baking us now. And this.
Yeah, there were a bunch of clouds when we started. And they have all dissipated.
Good word.
As Robb just missed with a fastball. Ball
That's
2.
one of those things that Coach Castello is really, I think, really gets under his skin is where they get in these positions where they're ready, they can close this game out, and they kind of just sputter towards the end here.
Rylan Robb from the set.
Saunders sitting fastball here.
Blonde leads off of first. As that one's tapped foul, and post 1, once again, 1 strike away from shutting this thing down.
Anything in the alley now will easily score. Blonde from first as he'll be on the move. I think Rocco should get behind him now. Doesn't need to be holding him on, I don't think.
At 2-2. Rylan Robb trying to close things out. Misses upstairs, ball 3. So 3-2 now on Brody Saunders.
Sorry, I thought that was a full count right there.
Yes, 2-2. Now 3-2. Rocco needs to back up a little bit, I think. Not hold him on here. Give himself enough room.
Get on that grass.
Robb kicks, delivers. And a curveball just misses outside. A nice hold from Saunders. We another walk. And that ever so precious run moves down to second base. We'll bring up the catcher, number 31, Eli Smith.
And you just have this feeling. You just know you're either going to get some kind of miscue or a ball that's...
No.
I'm trying to think positive here, folks.
Nothing. Here we go. Rylan Robb, first and second, 2 outs. They lead 12-2.
How about a ground ball to Hank?
As that one blooped into center
There we
field,
go.
that will fall. Runner going to get the wheel to throw home.
Oh, look at this
Might
throw.
be in time and just up the line. That run we were talking about as the other, and then the throw back to second goes into center field. The second run scores, make it 12-4. You knew it was coming. Not that post 1 is losing now, but it feels like it, as they were 1 out away, actually 1 strike twice from ending this thing. A single into center field. Scores 1 run. The throw back, actually the throw from Billick was just a little bit up the line. I think if that's on target there, would have got the runner at home. And
Now-
and Saunder and Blonde.
My question is, who could be running for... Oh, I guess Cole...
That would be
Cole
Cole Bowers, who came out of the game. I don't know how he's able to come back and run for the catcher. That fastball from Robb in there, strike 1.
I I guess just the coach's understanding, maybe. I don't.
I guess.
Well, I guess they have a chance to walk it off, right?
Yeah, you're right, Job. That second run sort of hurt a little bit because now you need 2 instead of 1, and that was just
And
scored because I think
I have a firm belief that Ryland's going to get a 3-pitch strikeout right here.
and I think we're going to have to rule that an error on Selman throwing down to second.
Yeah, and it bounced into center field.
So, Nick, I think we're going to have to give post 1 an error because that kid was held up at third. That was Saunders. He was held up at third, and that throw down kicked away from Murray or Cover. I didn't see who was trying to make that play.
To come in easily. So 1-2 on Eli Smith. Ryland Robb. Curveball missed upstairs. 2-2.
I think this is Billy
Or
Schumacher.
excuse me, this is Billy Schumacher who homered the last inning. Sorry, folks. 2-2 on Billy Schumacher. Ryland Robb from the set. Fastball grounded to second. Cover fields it easily and throws over to first. So post 159 puts 2 on the board and make it 12-4.
Need to unplug, recharge, and reconnect with what matters? Then it's time to experience Glamp Life, a luxury outdoor retreat just south of Salt Fork State Park. Nestled in the rolling hills of Ohio, Glamp Life is where modern comfort meets natural beauty. Stay in a handcrafted A-frame cabin overlooking a private lake, cozy up in a vintage Airstream, or bring your own RV. We've got full hookups and a dump station ready for you. Only 15 minutes from Cambridge and just a short drive from Columbus, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and West Virginia. Your escape is closer than you think. Spend your days hiking scenic trails, lounging on a sandy beach, or casting a line in peaceful catch-and-release waters filled with bass, catfish, bluegill, and more. Whether you're planning a team-building retreat, a family adventure, or a quiet weekend away, Glamp Life helps you experience the outdoors without sacrificing comfort. Book your getaway now at glamplife.com, where nature meets luxury and peace of mind is just a click away.
At TechnoCap, we're not just making closures, we're shaping the future of sustainable packaging. From beverage and beauty to pharmaceuticals and household goods, our metal closures are trusted by leading brands around the world. With a global reach and a local presence right here in Glendale, West Virginia, TechnoCap combines innovation, precision, and environmental responsibility. Discover the power of performance-driven packaging. Visit technocapclosures.com, where great products begin at the top.
Back here at Patriot Field as St. C scores 2 in the top of the 5th to keep this game rolling. Post 1 leads 12-4.
Jared, I forgot to bring up, speaking of Kyle Anderson, it's his birthday today.
It is Kyle's birthday. So, Kyle, if you're in the stream, happy birthday.
He probably tuned out believing that this game was long over.
What's he now? Probably 27?
27.
Yeah, 27. Happy birthday, Kyle.
You guys haven't seen him forever.
It's been a long time since
I
I've been
believe is
our
in Missouri now.
old friend Kyle, former Post 159 player. And leading off for Post 1 will be the left fielder, number 21, Brady Ernest. Brady singled his last time up.
These guys must know Eli Smith because they've all talked to him like they know him. So somehow these guys know Eli Smith. I don't know how that would be, but seem to know him. Brady Ernest, Jake Brown, top of the order, Braxton Billig. Post 1, 12 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. Post 159, 4 runs, 3 hits, 3 errors. Costly 3 errors for Post 159 way back.
As Caleb staying on his
that
second
ball's
inning
hit.
of work as Brady Ernest drives one to right field, and that one's gone. Brady Ernest gets in on the home run party.
Wow.
The opposite way. And now the 4th homer we've seen today, 3rd for Post 1, and Brady Ernest gets one of those runs back for Post 1. Make it 13-4. Brady Ernest going the other way. Kept that one fair.
They do the big boom.
They've done that boom quite a few times this year.
You know who invented the word boom, Jub?
I don't know.
Probably
the
some large guy.
The Rizzler and Big Justice.
Right.
Boom, 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 boom.
I thought it was Say that
4 big booms.
I thought Say invented it.
We'll give those 4 big booms, as that'll bring up the DH number 26, Jake Brown, who's got 2 doubles. So that now is 3 homers, a single, and 2 doubles for
2
the
singles.
Yes.
No, I'm sorry.
No,
single.
1 single, yeah.
Single and 2 doubles for our.
So 2 homers, a single, 2 doubles, 3 homers, a single for the 7, 8, 9 guys in the lineup.
8 RBIs. And Jake Brown represents the game-ending run.
He'll go ahead 3-1.
So we need to see Jake work his way on here and Braxton Billig make it happen.
Fastball in there, 3-2 on Jake Brown.
Jake Brown trying to induce a walk.
How about a 3 double day for Jake as he fouls out one into the mitt of Smith. That'll be a Form Energy strikeout. We'll bring up the top of the order. The center fielder, number 8, Braxton Billig.
Billig go for 3 on the day. 2 strikeouts and a ground ball to Saunders. He threw that away. Tell you what, this kid hasn't done a bad job.
Strike 1.
Stang has not done a bad job at all. Throwing strikes.
Billig fouls one down the right field line. Out of play.
Don't forget, Friday is the next Post 1 game. And they'll head over across the river this time and take on Post 159. Radio broadcast only.
As that one's dumped into right field, it will stay up for the right fielder. That's Max Miller. Will make the catch. Bring up the second baseman, number 22, Seth Cover.
Maybe Cover will get into one. Flag is not moving a lick here at Wheeling Park. A rarity here. When that flag isn't moving, that just seems like something's wrong. Trees are standing still. I think it's the humidity. The flag is probably sweating.
1-0 on Seth Cover. Fouls one away. Still, amazingly, Seth Cover and Jackson Murray hitless.
And Braxton Billig.
Yes, Braxton, too. Not off the 1, 2, and 3 guys hitless, while the bottom 3 are having themselves a day. As Cover swings through that one, 1-2 on Seth.
Seth representing the game-ending run.
As that one's grounded to short. Nice play by Saunders over to his right, but he throws high, but over the head of the first baseman will allow Cover to reach base.
4th error on Post 159. Just hasn't been a crisp game for 159. You can tell they haven't played a lot. It's only 12 games. Post 1 has played
28 games, I believe, right?
28 games, and Post 159 has only played 12 games. So just a big difference. You can tell just in the way they're playing.
I couldn't tell if the first baseman came up with that, Evan White, from my vantage point, as that one trickles away, but Cover will stay put. 1-0 on Jackson Murray. Jackson is due here. Look at that gap in left center. Left fielder shaded way towards the line. Center fielder played about straight up as Murray takes a fastball in there. Strike 1.
Murray grounded to second. That's what started, or grounded to third. That's what started the big run, 5-run first inning. Grounded back to Saunders the second time up.
Murray fouls one down the right field line.
Struck
0-2.
Struck out his third time up.
1-2 on Jackson Murray. Post 1 leads 13-4. Bottom of the 5th. Murray fouls that one away. Stays alive.
(13-4). Post 1
Excuse
trying
me,
to
13-4. Did I say 13-5?
Yeah, Post 1 trying to end this thing here in the bottom of the 5th. Had a chance in the 4th and gave up 2. Pitched to
Murray. That one
flied
out
field.
to right.
Probably gonna
right
be
fielder
playable.
Miller moving over. He'll make the catch. That will end the inning.
So Jackson Murray 0 for 4 on the day.
We'll head to the top of the 6th. Post 1 leads 13-4.
Looking for a hometown insurance agency you can trust? Since 1999, Bernie Glenn Insurance and Financial Services has been protecting families and businesses in the northern panhandle of West Virginia and eastern Ohio. We're independent, giving you choice from top-rated national and regional carriers. And guided by a concierge-level experience, our energetic, honest, and determined team puts customers first every time. For home and auto to life and business insurance, we build relationships that matter. Need to pay a bill or access your policy online? It's easy with us. Protect your future with the agency you'd recommend to a friend. Call Bernie Glenn Insurance and Financial Services today at 304-277-3239 or visit BernieGlennInsurance.com. Bernie Glenn Insurance, building relationships, protecting futures.
Back at Patriot Field, Post 1 leads Post 159, 13-4. Into the top of the 6th inning. Leading off for Post 159 will be Rowan Malott.
Malott batted back in the 4th inning, struck out.
He came in for Cole Bowers back in the, I believe it was the 3rd inning. So Rylan Robb back out there in a bump for Post 1. Misses upstairs with a fastball, 1-0. Rylan from the line, 2-0.
Post 1 going after their 23rd win. Their goal was 30 wins on the year. Obviously, your goal is a state championship, but we always shot for that 30-win mark. You know, if you get to 30 wins, you've had a successful season for sure. They'll probably grab a couple, hopefully win again Friday. Had to get them to 24 if they hang on here tonight, and then hopefully a couple in the area.
30 would probably put them right at a state championship, right?
About in the finals, I would think.
2-0 pitch in there for strike one. Or 3-0 pitch, excuse me. 3-1 on Malott. Rylan Robb makes it now 3-2. Fastball in there.
Thought we were going to get home to see the start of the Pirate game. McCutcheon just singled, Nick said, so they're...
And that one in there for a Form Energy strikeout. Caught Malott looking. First out of the inning.
Down 3-0 in the count.
Nice job by Robb to battle back, bring up the first baseman, number 55, Evan White.
Like I said, the flag is not budging. It literally is not moving.
And the first pitch hits White.
Hits White, and Robb falls. Robb goes down.
The hamstring, that one didn't feel too good, but White will trot down to first. We'll bring up the pitcher, number 13, Caleb Stang.
Robb approaching his pitch limit as he's up to, if that's official on the board from Coach Nardoni, he's up to 91. So he'll probably definitely get through this inning, but I can't tell who is. Somebody is in the bullpen. Not sure who that might be down there. Trying to catch a number there. Nick, if you can catch that number.
Robb down low for ball one.
Nick doesn't have his glasses on, so he can't see.
I think that's Doty leaning against the fence, but I don't know who will be up in the pen. I can't tell. I mean, I don't think it would be Blazier.
Might be Jake Brown. Might be Jake Brown, because I would imagine he's the only one. He's the only position player on the bench. It's not Blazier for sure, and I believe you're right.
It's Doty against the fence, so probably Jake Brown, yeah.
Yeah, probably Jake Brown. So Jake maybe coming in to close this thing out if Robb can't finish it. 13-4. Post 1 leads.
Robb inside, ball 2. 2-0 on Stang. Actually, I believe it is 3-0, Nick, I think. 3-0 on Stang. That one misses inside. Ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Caleb Stang.
And that might be
I
all
think that
for.
will be it for Rylan Robb.
Yep, they're going to call Jake Brown in as Rylan Robb's day will end.
So a nice day for Rylan Robb on the bump.
Goes.
I'll let you get his totals together as I'll tell you about Mail America, one of the nation's leading direct mail production companies, proudly based right here in the Ohio Valley for over 35 years. Mail America has delivered fast, affordable, and effective direct mail services for clients across the country. From design to delivery, they handle it all under one roof. When it comes to direct mail that gets results, trust the experts at mailamerica.com and all of our sponsors. Appreciate them. Couldn't do this broadcast without them. TNY Payroll Pros, TechnoCap Closures, Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, Bernie Glenn Insurance, ATM Man Stan Stazensky, Wakeham's Bar, Schmidt Brothers Sunoco, S&D Painting, Glamp Life, Tenant Law Office, Belmont Savings Bank, and Muxie Distributing with Form Energy. All of our sponsors, of course, we can not thank them enough. And it will be Jake Brown coming on for Post 1.
Final stats on Rylan Robb. Thought he might be able to finish this one out, but those couple walks in that 4th inning hurt him. Or I'm sorry, in the 5th inning hurt him. Ran his pitch count up and extended the game. Ends the game striking out 5, walking 6, hit 1 batter, gave up 3 hits, 4 runs. All of those were earned. He's responsible for the runners on 1st and 2nd. Evan White on 2nd. Caleb Stang on 1st. Max Miller will be coming up to bat now for Post 159. Your new pitcher, Jake Brown, the big, tall righty, trying to close this thing out without any more damage. And hopefully Post 1 can come in and get a run and end this thing. Nick on the music.
I don't know if I've seen Jake Brown pitch this year.
I've seen him several
Post
times.
1.
Very good.
Can't remember.
Very good.
Here we go. Leading off.
Nick's phone.
Not leading off.
Nick's phone has died.
The right fielder number 23, Max Miller, up now for Post 159.
Miller grounded to 3rd, struck out, 1 out. Jake Brown trying to choke this mini rally off for
first pitch. Foul down the right field line. Twisting foul. Looks like we got somebody on it down the line. Running after and grabbing it. Coach Stout was all over the foul balls this weekend.
Stings a little bit
As Jake Brown up 0-1.
Just got a bit of information on Eli Smith. I knew he knew those guys.
That one lined through the right side. White going to get the wheel, and Billings bobbles it out and right. Will allow White to score easily. Malott down to 3rd and an RBI single for the 9-hitter Max Miller. Bring up the top of the order in the shortstop. Number 0, Nico Jacob. That would have been an interesting play at the plate if Billings would have come up with that cleanly, but he bobbled it, and big Evan White motored home.
Evan White was being sent, so it's not an error there, but I'm thinking that
maybe an error.
Well, Caleb Stang, I believe, was holding up at 2nd.
Yeah, he was.
So we're going to have to give.
That was Malott, I believe, at 2nd. He was going to hold up, but
yeah, he was. So we're going to have to give Post 1 an error there on Billings as he tried to pick it up and dropped it.
I thought Rocco might have had a chance at a double play there, but he wasn't able to glove the line drive.
I did get a piece of information from Jerry Ames Jr., as I knew that Smith was greeting Ernest and Jake Brown like he knew him, and he played on the Wheeling Force with Jake Brown and Brady Ernest. So thanks for that piece of information from Jerry Ames Jr. A plethora of information in Jerry
I was going to
Ames'
say,
head.
if you need any information, especially on Wheeling Central, he is your man.
They may freeze his brain when he moves on to the next life because there's so much information in it.
1 and 2.
Loaded with information. No matter what sport, he has it. We appreciate when he shares it because that helps us bring it to the listeners.
Good info there. Is that one fouled away to the right side again?
So Eli Smith, former teammates of Jake Brown and Brady Ernest on the Wheeling Force. One of the many travel teams in Wheeling now. So many travel teams, can't keep track of them.
Didn't even know that was a thing, the Wheeling Force.
I think I heard of them back in the
Jake Brown
day.
from the set. That one thrown to the backstop. And that'll allow a runner from first to head down to second, and Max Miller. So second and third for post 159.
What was the question, Nick?
And
Tank
2 and
Field.
2. On the shortstop.
Oh.
Nico Jacob.
Nick said they
Jake Brown from the set.
played their home games at Powhatan.
And that one lined to second base
Oh,
and just
Cover.
beyond the glove of Cover. Malott will score. Miller going to hold at third. Another single for post 159. Nico Jacob comes through. Bring up the center fielder, number 9, Dylan Blond. Blond walked his last time up.
Suddenly it's 13-6.
Yeah, make it 13-6 your score.
I guess that's what makes baseball such a great game. No clock. Only one out still. Jake Brown still trying to record his first out since he came in.
He misses up and away with a fastball.
Give up
Ball one.
2 singles. Runners at the corners now for post 159 with 1 out. Middle of the order coming up for post 159.
Jake Brown kicks, fires, misses inside, 2-0. On Blond, the 2-hitter.
Donnie Madzide out there, umpire down on his knees. It looks like his back's starting to bother him.
Brown misses outside, 3-0. And tell it all of a sudden, if Blond gets on here, you're coming up with Brody Saunders.
What looks
Still
like
a 13-6 game, but a hit makes things interesting. As that's ball 4, missed inside. 4-pitch walk to Blond. Now brings up the pitch or the shortstop now. Brody Saunders.
if Saunders gets a hit here, you got to start getting a little edgy here if you're post 1. I mean, you're talking 13-6 right now, bases juiced, 1 out, 3, 4, 5 guys coming up.
That was a 7th walk for post 1 and a hit by pitch.
And I think that's the...
As Saunders
Might have a
grounds one
double
up the
play.
middle, Cover gloves, throws on the
there
run.
we
Beautiful
go.
double play. Seth Cover did the same exact thing yesterday up at Wellsburg. Fielded to his right, gloved it, stepped on second, threw on the run across his body. A beautiful play from Cover. Be a double play to end the inning. Post 1 heads back to the dugout. Post 159 puts a few on the board. Makes it now 13-6, heading to the bottom of the 6th.
At TechnoCap, we're not just making closures, we're shaping the future of sustainable packaging. From beverage and beauty to pharmaceuticals and household goods, our metal closures are trusted by leading brands around the world. With a global reach and a local presence right here in Glendale, West Virginia, TechnoCap combines innovation, precision, and environmental responsibility. Discover the power of performance-driven packaging. Visit technocapclosures.com, where great products begin at the top.
Looking for a place to grow your career? Mail America is expanding, and we want you on our team. We're a nationally trusted name in direct mail marketing, serving over 8,000 customers coast to coast. If you're hardworking, dependable, and ready to join a company on the rise, we want to hear from you. Send your resume today to MikeW@MailAmerica.com and take the first step toward a rewarding future with Mail America. Mail America. Trusted, growing, hiring.
If your business needs an ATM, call the ATM man, Stan Stasinski, a former Post 1 player and proud supporter of Wheeling American Legion Post 1 baseball. Need it fast? The ATM man offers same-day ATM placement. Are your credit card processing fees too high? Call the ATM man today at 304-215-3165. Locally owned but local service. Whether you need credit card processing or ATM placement, call the ATM man at 304-215-3165. That's 304-215-3165.
Looking for a smarter way to manage your business finances? James Taylor, CPA in Wheeling, West Virginia, is your go-to pro for hassle-free bookkeeping, payroll, tax prep, and more. Powered by secure cloud-based software. Accessible, efficient, personalized. With 15 plus years of experience, James brings peace of mind to your numbers so you can focus on what matters most, growing your business. Call 304-905-8372 or visit jamestaylorcpa.com. Accounting made simple, the way it should be.
For over 140 years, Belmont Savings Bank has been more than just a bank. We've been your neighbor, your supporter, and ingrained in your community. From cheering at Little League games to supporting our local schools and businesses, we've been here, growing together. And it's all because of you. Your trust, your dreams, your everyday moments help keep Belmont Savings Bank moving forward. So let's keep writing this story together. And when it's time to start your next chapter, Belmont Savings Bank will be here to lend a hand. Belmont Savings Bank. How may we help you today?
Back here at Patriot Field for the bottom of the sixth inning. Post 1 leads Post 159 13-6. Leading off for Post 1 with the right fielder number 1, Zayd Billings. Zayd doubled off the left field wall his last time up. Post 1 would need 3 to end things.
This game absolutely took a turn with that error in the first inning that
turned into an ugly game, really.
It did. That error, there were actually 2 errors that cost them 5 runs, and Saunders would have been out of that inning with about 11 pitches. Ended up throwing like 30.
We actually have a new pitcher out there on the bump for Post 159. Will be the right fielder coming in. Number 23, Max Miller. Miller, a righty.
Went to be a senior at Barnesville.
This is upstairs, 1 and 2 on Billings. Miller from the wide. Curveball outside, 2 and 2. He actually just caught that ball with his bare hand, throwing back to the mound. He took his glove off. And caught that ball with his bare hand. He was fixing something on his wrist and took his glove off, and he caught that with his bare hand. But back up on the bump, and Billings lines one just fouled down the left field line, and the left fielder is going to go all the way over in the corner and get it.
Yep. As Nick pounds his fist on the...
And he's going to throw the ball back into the play. Oh, my goodness.
And now they're going to throw it out of play.
Wow. Oh, nope. We're going to get it back. Those are the third base, and third base is going to throw it to Miller on the mound.
Again, the game has...
It hit a snail's pace. It sure has, as Miller
delivers
to Billings. Billings going to loft one into left field, and that'll fall in for a single for Zayd Billings. That ball was up in the air forever.
Maybe Billings' cheapest hit of his career
and
right
Billings
there.
Just
reached out on a curveball, popped it way up in the air, but in no man's land.
In the book, it's a line drive single. We'll bring up the first baseman, number 13, Rocco Dijon-Domenico.
I think we ought to get a couple guys on here and let Selman end it with a home run.
Oh, hey, he does have a chance here. As that sun is just slowly starting to creep
It's cooled down a tick.
Down behind the hill. So it's hit 8 p.m. here in Wheeling.
The humidity isn't quite strangling us now.
Ball 1 to Rocco. Rocco called time, wasn't ready. And the box, Miller was ready to go.
Post 1 with 10 hits on the day. That bottom 3 in the order have been...
As Salvador Perez for the Royals hits another home run against the Pirates. I honestly, I can't even watch it anymore. It's the most frustrating. It's even more frustrating than how this game turned. I can't even. It'll get me fired up thinking about it because it makes me so mad. 2-0 on Rocco. Rocco takes a ball outside, 3-0.
So Selman is definitely, if he walks here, Selman is definitely going to get the bat unless they turn a triple play.
Which
Miller,
we saw one of those during
yes,
the Beast.
We did. During the Beast, that's ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Rocco, so the winning run will come up to the plate, and Henry Anderson.
Maybe Hank will end it.
A Hank Tank.
Yeah, maybe Hank will.
He hit 2 grand slams earlier in the year.
Miller.
Grand Slam breakfast is Denny's.
Denny's the worst
Righty
restaurant in
sets.
America.
Swung on and missed.
Man.
Maya Anderson.
Jeez. I don't know.
Henry's got to walk a single, strike out in this one. Miller sets. Curveball line through the left side. A single for Henry Anderson. And they're going to put the wave on Billings. Throw home, cut off. An RBI single for Henry Anderson as Billings slides head first. He scores. Make it 14-6.
Guess who's
Post
coming
1,
up?
and as we said, Jack Selman coming up.
Could he do
to the
it?
You know,
plate.
my birthday's this month, and if I had one wish, it'd be this right here.
A Jack Selman third 3-run
Yes.
homer.
Yep.
I hope Jack doesn't hear us up here. He's going to start thinking about it. But I'm
That
sure
and,
everybody. I'm sure everybody's thinking about it right now.
I don't think he's going to need us to say anything for him to think about it.
And Max Miller.
Let's go straight
set.
away. Let's go
Missed
straight
down
away.
low.
He's went to left field, right center. Let's just go straight away. Let's go to left center.
1-0 on Selman off the flagpole.
Yeah, right at the flag. Make the flag move.
Miller misses up 2-0 on Selman, so gets himself into a good hitter's count here.
If he hits this one out, I might pull Steve Blast and start screaming like an idiot.
Well,
here we go. Miller, the righty, going to do an inside move to second, no throw.
14-6.
Who hit that ball? Was that Pedro Alvarez?
Pedro Alvarez hit a lot of homers in his career, and Miller fires, missed outside, 3-0. I think you got to give Selman the green light on 3-0 here.
I don't think he's going to see
well,
anything good.
the game-ending run is going to move down to second base with Brady Ernest
Miller
coming up, who homered his
kicks,
last time.
fastball right there. First strike, 3-1. So back into a good hitter's count is Selman, 3-1, 14-6 post 1 leads. Miller fires. Selman takes this strike, 3-2.
Nice pitch. That would have been a tough
Yeah, it
one
was
to
good.
do
That's a
anything
tough
with.
3-1 pitch to swing at. Good pitch from Miller on the outside corner.
See what Jack can do here. Try and end this thing.
Miller sets, fires, ball 4 to
So
Selman.
Selman's
So Selman not going to get that third homer that we were hoping for. We'll bring up another guy that hit a homer. The last at bat, the left fielder, big number 21, Brady Ernest.
Always smiling. Ernest
He
always
is
has
good.
a smile on his face.
One of my favorite interviews
He just-
we had earlier this weekend.
Just a funny kid, good, well-spoken. His dad, Doug.
Miller
Sheriff.
fires, takes a ball 1-1-0. We actually interviewed Brady during the basketball season. He won a half-court contest at the Wheeling Central basketball game, and I didn't know who he was then, as Brady flies one into center field.
Probably going to score.
Dijon Domenico tagging. Catch is made. He will tag.
Strong
throw
throw.
home. Nice throw home, but not in time. We'll score Dijon Domenico. Brady Ernest a sack fly. Bring up the now pitcher, Number 26, Jake Brown.
So I think we're going to be a run short again, fellas, unless Jake can come through for us.
Yeah, Henry Anderson got to get a good lead off a second here. As Post 1 does take a 15-6 lead.
Yeah, Nick, you're right.
In the bottom of the sixth.
One out here, right, Jarrett? You have one out?
That's correct.
Oh, I do have one out. Excuse me. One down.
One out.
Jake Brown takes a curveball outside, so
Jake,
top of the order on deck for Post 1 and Billick. Jake Brown having himself a nice day, 2 doubles. Missed a homer by a few feet. As Miller delivers, Hank Anderson bluffed to steal to third.
Now, Hank Anderson got a little upset with me when I was putting him in that foot race with
and was Brady, or was it
Dijon,
Brady,
and
Ernest,
Ethan Clark.
and Ethan Clark.
Yeah, he said, I'm really fast. He said, I had like 14 stolen bases.
There's Miller, fastball up, fouled away.
Hopefully we won't run out of baseballs like we did in the Beast of the East.
Well, by the championship on Sunday, we were dropping baseballs out of the press box that we had up here.
Coach Giovango would have never let that happen.
1-2 on Jake Brown. As I say every time we're talking about foul balls, we used to do that system where you had a guy who were assigned numbers. Is that one driven to left field, but right at the left fielder, and he makes a shoestring catch, throwback to second base, nearly doubles up Anderson, and Brown hits one right on the screws and caught at the shoestrings for the left fielder, Billy Schumacher. That's kind of fitting. Schumacher makes a catch at his shoes. Will bring up the top of the order, and Braxton Billick.
Braxton needs to come through with a hit to score Hank with the game-ending run, as it is 15-6 in the bottom of the sixth. We either need a run or three outs from Post 159, and it's going to be over one way or the other, but Post 159 continued to extend the game. Kept battling. Got to give them credit for that. They kept battling.
Billick takes a ball upstairs, 2-0 on Braxton. We said it's amazing. Billick, Cover, and Murray all hitless.
Yeah.
And Post 1 has 15 runs on the board. That went in there, 2-0, fastball, strike one.
Billy struck out his first 2 times up and grounded to short. Saunders threw that one away, and then he flew out to right field. So 0 for 4.
And that one's grounded to third. Going to be a tough hop fielded by the third baseman. He'll run, step on third. It'll be the third out of the inning. We'll head to the top of the seventh. Post 1 leads 15-6.
For over 140 years, Belmont Savings Bank has been more than just a bank. We've been your neighbor, your supporter, and ingrained in your community. From cheering at Little League games to supporting our local schools and businesses, we've been here, growing together. And it's all because of you. Your trust, your dreams, your everyday moments help keep Belmont Savings Bank moving forward. So let's keep writing this story together. And when it's time to start your next chapter, Belmont Savings Bank will be here to lend a hand. Belmont Savings Bank. How may we help you today?
Looking for a smarter way to manage your business finances? James Taylor, CPA in Wheeling, West Virginia, is your go-to pro for hassle-free bookkeeping, payroll, tax prep, and more. Powered by secure cloud-based software. Accessible, efficient, personalized. With 15-plus years of experience, James brings peace of mind to your numbers so you can focus on what matters most, growing your business. Call 304-905-8372 or visit jamestaylorcpa.com. Accounting made simple, the way it should be.
If your business needs an ATM, call the ATM man, Stan Stasinski, a former Post 1 player and proud supporter of Wheeling American Legion Post 1 baseball. Need it fast? The ATM man offers same-day ATM placement. Are your credit card processing fees too high? Call the ATM man today at 304-215-3165. Locally owned but local service. Whether you need credit card processing or ATM placement, call the ATM man at 304-215-3165. That's 304-215-3165.
Back here at Patriot Field, top of the seventh inning, Post 1 leads Post 159, 15-6. Leading off Post 159. The catcher, number 31, Eli Smith.
Jared Triolo in the lineup for the Bucks tonight, Jared.
Let's go. Big time hitter in the Bucks lineup. Strike one to Eli Smith. Actually got a runner on first right now. One out for the Bucks.
Nice
It's
pitch.
amazing. They're gonna win 6 straight and lose 6 straight after this.
May lose 9 straight going into the
It's the
All-Star
most
break.
frustrating thing, and nobody in sports has it worse than Pittsburgh Pirates fans. I stand by that for the rest
What
of
about
my
the
life.
Rockies?
Not even close. Not even close. The Rockies just stink, and they've been in the playoffs within the last 5 years. One's grounded to third, going to go foul. 1 and 2. You know, I say it all the time. Literally, not one fan base has it worse than the Pirates.
Trying to end this game, 15-6, post 1, top of the 7th. It's been extended a couple times by post 159 as post 1 held a 12-run lead at one point in this game.
Missed downstairs is Brown, 2 and 2.
Correct, an 11-run lead.
Jake Brown came in last inning for Rylan Robb. Brown outside, 3 and 2.
I think this is the thing that's frustrating these coaches more than anything is just the inability, as Jubb said, to just close this thing out.
Brown missed downstairs, ball 4. To Smith, will bring up the left fielder, number 1, Billy Schumacher.
0-2.
9 walks now.
Schumacher hit a solo homer to right field back in the 4th inning.
9 walks given up by the post 1 pitching staff today.
9 walks and a hit by pitch.
Yeah, see, 10 free passes for
Brown. Fastball at the knees, strike 1. As it is actually certain, and maybe just because I have sunglasses on, yeah, a little brighter when I take them off, but starting to get dark up here on the hill.
Well, we're approaching 2 hours and 20 minutes in this game.
8:17 p.m.
Post 1 plays a lot of long games.
Fastball, strike 2 to
Unnecessary long
Schumacher.
games.
Right. So we're trying to close this out. Top of the 7th, 15-6. Post 1 leading. Billy Schumacher at the plate. Eli Smith threw that leadoff walk.
Nice slider in there from Jake Brown. A Forum Energy strikeout. Jake Brown's first. We'll bring up the second baseman, Rowan Malott. Jake Brown would like to get a ground ball right here. Roll it up, get out of here. Fastball in there, strike 1.
Once again, you're reminded, Friday we'll be back on the air, 6 o'clock, first pitch against this same post 159 team, but over across the river on their field, the Junior Sports Complex. Anxious to see that field.
Swung on a miss from Malott. Where's that at? Because I don't even know.
It's a good question.
Behind the courthouse, drive all the way out.
Nick just gave us the
Brown kicks, misses upstairs. 1 and 2 on Malott.
Is Junior
Jake
Sports
Brown.
Complex field turfed? Okay.
Brown from the set.
Okay.
Kick and fire. Curveball. Wanted to check at second base. Didn't swing. Missed inside. 2 and 2 on Rowan Malott. Jake Brown. Trying to close things out here for post 1. The set.
Could see some
kicks.
dingers
Just
over
missed
there.
outside. 3 and 2. Jake Brown wanted that one. 3 and 2 to Rowan Malott. Post 1 leads 15-6 in the top of the 7th inning. Seen a lot of runs on the board this summer for post one as that check swing fouled out of play. Remains full.
Everybody trying to keep their wits about them here and pay attention to the game. I think there's a few fans that are asleep over in the stands. Brian Robb had to get up to walk. I think he was nodding off.
Jake Brown, nice slider again. Swung on and missed for another Form Energy strikeout.
Good job by Jake.
Rowan Malott will bring up
Jake,
the first baseman, number 55, Evan White.
Trying to close this thing out finally.
1 out away for Jake Brown.
2 hours and 16 minutes into this game, which I thought was going to be about an hour and 30-minute game.
As that one's grounded out to second, and it will not, as that one off the heel of the glove of Seth Cover. That ball was hit very hard. Cover was right there, but it took a tough hop on him. Hit off the heel of his glove and kicked to his right.
Rare error by Seth Cover.
Bring up I believe he's in right field now, I think, is Caleb Stang. Was out on the bump and then moved out to right when pitcher Miller came on. Jake Brown, fastball in there, strike one.
May grab Jack Selman after the game, real quick, after that 2-homer, 6 RBI effort.
Fastball misses inside. 1-1. Caleb Stang, left-handed batter. Sun again just starting to fall back behind the trees and the clouds over there. Stang drives one to left field.
That should end it.
Brady Ernest is there. He'll squeeze it, and that will put an end to this one. Post one wins 15-6 over St. Clairsville. Post 159. A long one that Post one again shows that powerful offense. Puts an end to things. Post one will improve to 23-6. Again, we'll be back here Friday. Not back here. We'll be back here on the Watchdog Radio Network only. As Post one travels over to St. C for another matchup against Post 159. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here. I believe Jack Selman going to run up here and talk to us real quick.
Wheeling's favorite neighborhood hangout is still the place to be. Wakeham's Bar is under new ownership, but it's still the same great spot locals have loved for years. Famous for their world-renowned hot dogs and cold craft brews, Wakeham's is the perfect place to unwind, catch the game, or kick back to live music with friends. Come see what's new right in the heart of Wheeling at 2181 National Road. Same soul, new
Looking for a
energy,
place to
only
grow
at
your career?
Wakeham's Bar.
Mail America is expanding, and we want you on our team. We're a nationally trusted name in direct mail marketing, serving over 8,000 customers coast to coast. If you're hardworking, dependable, and ready to join a company on the rise, we want to hear from you. Send your resume today to MikeW@MailAmerica.com and take the first step toward a rewarding future with Mail America. Mail America, trusted, growing, hiring.
We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you. We've got it down to a science, an absolute state of art. We do it all, restoration, cleaning, and reconstruction. When disaster strikes, just pick up the phone. We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you.
Okay, back here at Patriot Field, home of Wheeling Post 1. Post 1 dispatches of Post 159 this afternoon after another offensive performance. And we're joined now by the man of the hour who had the big day, 2 for 3 on a day, 2 3-run homers, 6 RBIs. Jack, congratulations, first of all.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Yeah, that was quite a performance. One bomb to left field, and even to me more impressive was your home run to right center field. Tell us a little bit about your approach today. My goodness, you swung an incredible bat today.
Yeah, they had a really good arm on the mound. Brody Saunders, he's going to Ashland, so he can obviously throw it. He's usually sits in the mid-8s and can touch a few 9s and has a good slider. So I didn't want to get to 2 strikes, but I did. And when he gave me a pitch to hit, I hit it.
Yeah, the first one, you hit the left field. You knew that one was gone right off the bat?
Yeah, that felt really good. I wasn't expecting fastball, but he gave me a middle-wind heater, and I put a good swing on it. So
so you got a fastball on the first one. Second
yes,
one to right center field. Impressive swing there. That's what good hitters can hit home runs the opposite way, too. And you honestly, you had a no-doubter on that swing, too. Did you feel like that one was gone?
Yeah, both of them, I didn't feel anything off the bat, so I knew they both had a chance because I caught a barrel, and the kid on the mound was throwing some fuel. So
yeah, and to beat Brody Saunders the way you did, very impressive, especially looking here at the bottom 3 in your order. You, Brady, and Jake Brown, between you, 3 home runs, 2 doubles, a single, 9 RBIs, actually, because Ernest had a sacrifice fly. Talk a little bit about those 3, because you had your top 3 guys go hitless today, bottom 3. Just a huge day. Talk a little bit about you 3 down at the bottom of the order.
Right. 1 through 9 were super balanced, so everybody can swing it no matter what spot they are in the order. And those are 2 young guys behind me, Brown and Ernest. And like you said, they had some good hits today, so it's good to see production out of those two guys.
Yeah, and, post 159, always a quality opponent. And you guys took care of business today. Big win for you guys coming back 2 nights ago, or last night, big win. Put a bunch of runs up yesterday. Another day with a bunch of runs. You guys continue to swing the hot bats.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
And then Rylan Robb gives you quality effort to start, and then Jake Brown comes in and finishes it off.
Yep, those 2 threw well. They just struggled late with control. It's baseball, but we had their backs with the plate. So,
well, if Coach Lewicki would have seen you today, he would have been awful happy.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. Go join your team and get ready for Friday, last regular season game. Then it's trying to start to defend a state title.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
Yep, that's Jack Selman. A big day today. 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. Great job once again behind the plate. So Post 1 once again takes down Post 159 here at Patriot Field. And we'll be back on Friday, 6 o'clock game time at St. C. Radio only, but make sure you join us. Again, on behalf of Nick on the scoreboard, Job on the controls, Jarrett is the play-by-play man. This is Coach Dell signing off once again. Post 1 victorious here over Post 159. Good night.